Hey YouTubers, Starfire here. So it's just gonna be me for a while. Um, there has been a possible exposure at her workplace, and so she's quarantining right now, Raven. So it's gonna be a while before we do reviews together again. But I will be trying to do as many of these by myself as possible to finish the season because it's Supergirl, and we really do enjoy reviewing Supergirl. And it's the final season, so yeah. Anyway, it's just gonna be me. So, it is season 6, episode 9, Dreamweaver. So I thought this was a really good episode. We got to see Kelly again, and this one actually really focused quite a bit on Kelly. I'm starting to really like Alex and Kelly. They're growing on me. We know that they're the endgame couple, so they, are better. And I feel like Kelly's getting a lot better in terms of her acting and just the storylines and stuff. And she was given the Guardian helmet by her brother. That was just such a sweet moment. And the fact that she's going to be the new Guardian. I mean, we already knew that because we've seen the pictures of her, excuse me, in the suit. I'm just excited to see her actually in the suit on the episodes. So yay! I'm really looking forward to that. And just the way that she helped those kids, the alien kids in the foster system, and how this show is just so good at dealing with things that are currently issues in our society in terms of power and abuse of power, and now in this episode the foster care system and how broken it is, and how so many of these kids don't have people that care about them, and they don't get to have that loving environment. And so it's really difficult to get out of that and have a normal life. And I'm glad that Kelly is using her social worker skills and everything to help them. And that was such a great way to reunite Orlando and his younger brother Joey. So Andrea's still kind of getting on my nerves because she's just all about ratings and being the top number one. And yeah, I really wish that William wasn't dating somebody else so that him and Kara could be together, because I think that would be nice to see them together, because we didn't really get to see much of that. And then she was sent to the Phantom Zone and came back, and he's with somebody else. So, and then there's the Nixley and Nia thing, which I still don't trust Nixley because she's an imp. And Nia even said, she's like, imps can't be trusted. And so it's really hard for me to trust her. But I mean, even when she was in the Phantom Zone, what she did to Kara, like, it's really hard to trust her. So, and then in the end, when Nia destroyed the owl, I'm like, no, you should listen to the owl, because the owl is the voice of wisdom. So hopefully Nia does not live to regret this, because magic always comes with a price. There's always a catch. There's always a consequence. And yeah. So let's see. At the beginning when they were playing that game, that was funny. And how cute Alex and Kelly were being. So I like that this set up Kelly's story of being the Guardian for the rest of the season. And I really hope that also kind of leads into Alex and her adopting, because, after going through what she did with this episode and these kids and the foster system and getting them out and getting them away from that woman who doesn't care about them and trying to find them another home, that's a really good incentive for them to do that and be on that path. And so I really hope that by the end, Kelly and Alex are either considering adopting or have already adopted a child because Alex has always wanted that, and I think they would both be really good moms. So, yeah. What else? I mean, I didn't really dislike all that much from the episode. It was good. I mean, it was cool to see what kind of powers each of those inmates had that were part of that program, because I'm like, I knew something was shady about that, and so I'm glad that they were also able to help them. I'm sorry. And so we get to see them, have people listen to them and get help and be on the right path, and I think that that's so important, because our system is broken, and it's hard, there's so much you want to do to help, and don't even know where to start sometimes. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I noticed that whenever there's something going on in the world, Supergirl tends to incorporate that into its show. And pandemic, foster care, abuse of power, with presidency, just so many different things like that. And the whole discrimination of aliens being on the planet and them trying to destroy them because they're not like everyone else. And it just, I mean, the other superhero shows do that a little bit too, but I feel like Supergirl does it the most. I feel like they really tap into a lot of those things and relate it to what's happening within the show. And so I think that that's really cool and really interesting, and that's why it's so good and so relevant, is because they do that. Is part of the reason why they do that. So, yeah. I'm glad that Nia's going to be able to see her mom, but I really hope that it doesn't. I mean, it is going to come at a cost, because let's be honest, magic always comes with a price. But I hope that she gets the answers that she's looking for, and I hope that Nixley doesn't sabotage it, or, because she's like, an imp doesn't go back on their word. But, I mean, I just hope that both of the deals follow through, and that she gets to go back, and that Nia gets to talk to her mom, and so that it ends up working out. But there is still going to be consequences, because she destroyed the owl and used magic. So we all know there's always a catch for something like that. So yeah. That's pretty much it. What I liked from the episode. I don't really have a whole lot more to say. I mean, we have 11 more episodes left. it's going to be really hard to say goodbye to this show because it's good. And I mean, yes, we started reviewing it in season 2, but it's been a journey. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, love yourself and be happy.